This is Annie with Switchbacks Savvy. I'm on my way to DIA for my trip to Louisville, Kentucky for the Switchbacks versus Louisville City match. Come along with me as I meet up with some other Switchbacks fans, enjoy some sightseeing, and then the match. Stay tuned. I once again utilized groom transportation for my shuttle to DIA. I was happy to be joined on this journey by fellow Switchbacks fans Tiffany and Bree. We flew United from Denver to Louisville. The flight was 2 hours and 45 minutes, so once again, a time for a movie or reading some books. I met my sister Helen at the airport. She flew in from Houston to join me on this trip. The Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport is large, so be prepared to walk a ways to get to baggage claim and ground transportation. Louisville is the largest city in Kentucky. It sits on the Ohio River bordering Indiana. We stayed at the Galt House Hotel in one of the executive suites in the East Tower, which had a view of the river from our suite. The hotel is elegantly appointed and serves as host to many business conferences. We arrived at dinner time and decided to grab a bite at the Walker's Exchange in the hotel. On Friday morning, we stopped at North Lime Coffee and Donuts for a light breakfast. The location in the old warehouse business area was charming and the donuts were delicious. We then explored the St. James Court area, which boasts a large concentration of Victorian homes, one of its more famous homes being the Conrad Caldwell House. The house offers both self-guided tours and those led by a tour guide. We were fortunate to have one of the Conrad descendants as our tour guide. Descendants of both the Conrad and Caldwell families still volunteer at the museum. Theophile Conrad earned his money in tanning and built the house in 1893. It is built in the Richardsonian Romanesque style and made of Bedford, Indiana limestone. It was once nicknamed Conrad's Castle. The house was purchased by William Caldwell in 1905, and his family resided there for 35 years. The late 40s saw the house acquired by the Presbyterian Church and turned into a retirement home. It was later acquired by the St. James Court Historic Foundation in 1987 and has been maintained as a museum ever since. Our next stop was Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Derby Museum. Churchill Downs is a horse racing complex which has hosted the annual Kentucky Derby for 150 years. We enjoyed an informative guided tour of the complex, paddock area, and racetrack before venturing into the museum. There is a cafeteria where you can grab lunch, a cold drink, and even sample some Kentucky bourbon at the bar. You can spend hours going through the racing exhibits, which feature past winners such as the Triple Crown winner Secretariat. The Kentucky Derby Day experience is famous for the fashions that are worn on race day. On display are garments worn through the last 15 decades. We were in Louisville for a long weekend, so the next day we were able to head 25 minutes south to Jim Beam Distillery in Claremont, Kentucky. They have been making bourbon for over 200 years. When visiting the complex, you will check in at the gift shop for your guided tour. A shuttle bus will take you over to the distillery buildings. You'll learn about the different grains that are used in the making of bourbon and have a chance to walk through the fermentation tanks. Our guide gave us detailed information on the distilling process, and we sampled 5 to 6 varieties of bourbon during the tour, each boasting their own unique flavors from smooth to spicy. At the end of the tour, we had an opportunity to tag a bottle that we would specifically put on the assembly line for bottling. Here, Helen has rinsed out the sterile bottle with bourbon. It first runs through the filling process, followed by capping and then labeling. At the end, they dip the bottle in hot wax and each person can press their thumbprint onto their specific bottle. This souvenir costs the same as if you bought the bottle at the store, so it makes for a unique item to take home. The distillery has a full-service restaurant on site called the Kitchen Table. Enjoy a delicious lunch before or after your tour and then walk the grounds. They have a variety of seating areas to enjoy the countryside. We enjoyed a game of cornhole before heading back to Louisville. Just steps from our hotel was the pier where the paddle boats picked up passengers for river tours. A short walk along the river took us to the Great Lawn where the Water Lantern Festival was being held on Saturday evening. You could purchase a lantern kit to decorate and refreshments from local food truck vendors. The evening was pleasant and we enjoyed launching our lanterns onto the water. The event is meant to share good thoughts, kindness, and love. At the end of the evening, we were treated to a great view of the fireworks show from the nearby Louisville Slugger Field baseball stadium. Tonight's game is between Louisville City and Switchbacks. Louisville was founded in 2014 and plays at Lynn Family Stadium, which can accommodate over 15,000 fans. Entering tonight's competition, Louisville is in first place in the Eastern Conference with 38 points, and Switchbacks are at number 5 in the Western Conference with 27 points. The teams have met twice before, with Louisville owning the head-to-head with 1 victory. I want to thank the tailgating supporters for welcoming us to their pregame activities. Louisville has a number of supporter groups, and I was happy to connect with Katie and John, capos for the Coopers SG. I want to thank Doug for doing a scarf trade. Katie gave me a tour of the tailgate bus. Rick has an awesome collection of scarves, and I was happy to add to them. Want to get the picture? Oh, look at that. That is just awesome. The stadium offers a variety of concessions and food trucks along the concourse. The Rabbit Hole is a great fan zone area for the kids to burn off some energy before the game. We sat in section 125 mid-pitch. The Switchbacks are coming off of a late 2-1 loss in Birmingham. We were hoping for a better result tonight as we watched them warm up for the Louisville game. The day was beautiful with highs in the mid-80s and lows in the mid-60s. The temp around game time was a comfortable mid-70s. Kickoff was at 8 o'clock local time. Santos connects with Zandy to get the ball to Damas in the box for an early attempt. The Louisville supporters were in good voice. A breakaway and clinical finish by Foster leads to the Switchbacks taking an early lead. This corner was cleared out to Williams, whose shot went over the bar. Louisville's corner at the other end was slotted away by Winder for an equalizer. Hanya's attempt goes just wide of the post. Damas makes a clever steal at midfield and is brought down from behind by Dia for a penalty. Damas, who has been perfect on the year from the penalty spot, is denied by the post. This cross into Serrano does not find its mark, and it's gathered by Herrera. A shot from distance by Dia was disallowed due to the foul in the box. This shot by Davila goes wide of the far post. The half came to a close with both teams tied at 1 apiece. It was nice to see Caden and Autumn also at the game, so we had a chance to get a group photo. This early chance by Harris was scooped up by Herrera. Williams for the Switchbacks gets up high to successfully challenge this header by Toch. Switchbacks clear this dangerous ball in the box. This header attempt was headed up high and over the bar. This shot by Wehrman was cleared at full stretch by Loss, and Williams' follow-up was blocked. Foster's cross to Tejada was knocked out of bounds by Loss. This Louisville attempt was disallowed. Herrera parries this attempt away. This header is batted away by Herrera. Here, Lacroix gets up high to head the ball out of the box. Tejada takes the pass from Fehlberg and creates some space, but this shot goes over the bar. Davila's cross connects with Toch in the box to give Louisville a late lead in stoppage time. This ball into Tejada was deflected away. In the end, there just wasn't enough time for Switchbacks to mount a comeback for an equalizer. The match ended 2-1 to Louisville City. I want to thank the players for making their way over to our seats to greet us. They thanked us for traveling, and despite the loss, they were in good spirits. Congrats to Foster on his goal. The team fought hard and held their own against the first place team in the East. Having gone up first, it was hard to come away without points on the road, and to lose the match deep in stoppage time. I want to thank the fans who traveled. Despite the loss, we had a great time visiting Louisville. Looking at the receipt roundup, we spent $461 on airfare, $530 on hotel, and $118 on the rental car, for a total of $1,109. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video out. And as always, go Switchbacks! Come on, you black and blue!